Rebecca is here. I'm always here, inside of your heart. How's my volume? It looks like it's quiet. I'm so freaking tired right now. It's stupid. When's the last time that you just like cried, like sobbed, big old tears, and then you didn't take a nap and you didn't rest and you didn't do anything afterward? You just cried, and then you went for a long ass walk and you ate a big sandwich, and then you're just tired. I'm tired. We'll talk about why I was crying later. I'm fine. Everything is fine. The last time, what time is it? 27 minutes ago. Hassani knows what's going on in my life because he's my only real life friend. And to call him a real life friend might be a stretch because we've never met each other IRL. And you know what? That's okay. Why can't I turn off the volume on this ad? I don't need you to play an ad for me to open up my own stream on YouTube. I'm just trying to open it so that I can comment if needed. Oh, a ding! What was that? Somebody subscribed. Hooray! Wait for it. Yay, Noah! Thank you, Noah. That will give me a slight amount of energy that all of the crying earlier took away. So, we're going to play more Dr. Mario tonight. I'm kind of addicted to Dr. Mario, and I'm okay with it. But I figured out, I think it was Saturday, and I'm really struggling because I'm trying to build up the freelance thing, and I'm trying to make it happen. And there's like some good momentum, and I have really great days, and then I have days where it's just like, oh, don't do drugs. What are you talking about? Who's talking about drugs? Oops. Nope. That train of thought. I'm struggling to keep the train of thought in focus today. Nikki! Hi! Why do I have the urge to be like, Nikki baby? That's gotta be from like a movie or a TV show, right? If I ever say Nikki baby, I apologize. I'm not trying to be a creepy person. Let's start over. Hi! How's everybody doing? Nikki baby up the groove, that's right. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so Saturday. So I felt like I got some productive stuff done. I've been beating myself up because I'm having a hard time really focusing. And then today I read like 5 different articles on like how to be a freelancer. And one of the things was like, I think that we expect too much of ourselves when we freelance, because realistically, people working 9-to-5 jobs on average say that they only work like 3 to 4 hours a day, because you've got like meetings and like fluff stuff and just all kinds of dumb stuff that actually prevents you from doing your job. So if I could do 3 to 4 hours of productive stuff every day, that would be great. And so Saturday, I guess I just felt like I'd been productive enough and it was time to move on with my life. So I remember Hassani from your high school. What was her middle name though? Cause the yearbook just said Nikki Up the Groove. Oh, was it Nikki? Oh, it was. That's what an idiot I am. My brain is broken today, but it's fine. Anyway, so Saturday I was like, I've done enough and I don't know what I want because I don't want to watch a movie. So I was like, I'm going to just play Dr. Mario and listen to something, because I've found I really enjoy Dave Chang's podcast and hearing him talk about like food and the world and culture and all that stuff. I'm just like, I want to be his best friend. If anybody knows Dave Chang, you let him know I'd like to be his friend. I'm willing to take on that responsibility. So yeah, but then I didn't listen to the podcast. I was like, I kind of just want music. And so then I was like, I need Boyz II Men in my life right now. So I played Boyz II Men, and they have surprisingly few songs that like pop up in the like best of their songs. So I think I listened to End of the Road like 7 times at least. And then I was like, what else is in this genre in this time period? And then I played the entirety of The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And then that put me in the mood for Janelle Monáe. So then I played all of Dirty Computer. And then that always puts me in the mood. It's pretty funny. Then I wanted Lizzo. And then before I knew it, it was 1:57 a.m. Saturday night. And I was like, oh my God, it's already 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, I'm going to play until I die in this game because I was very close anyway. And then I'm going to go to bed because it's way too late for me to be awake. That's shortly before 2 a.m. And then I finish the game and I look up and it's almost 5 a.m. or something. Almost 4 a.m.? I don't know. The daylight savings jump happened and I didn't know that was happening. So I really thought that I zoned out and played Dr. Mario for a full hour and 15 minutes after saying I was going to stop. That scared the crap out of me. Oh, Hassani, I love you. I have solid taste in music. My taste in music, though, is very strange because if you could name like legendary performers in any genre of music, and there's a really good chance that I'm gonna be like, but then there's like niche, much smaller performers in every genre that I could sing every word from every album that they've made. I'm real across the board. Don't love reggae. It's too chill for me. I don't have chill. That is not a thing in my world. And yeah, like just island vibes in general stress me out because I'm like, what should I be doing? My family went to the Bahamas for a full week when I was younger, and I was like, well, what are we gonna do all week? It's this like random little island that is just the place you stay at, and they have food, and then they have like bikes and boats, and that's it. And my mom was like, I'm not planning to do anything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get certified to scuba dive, and I'm going to go on a couple of scuba diving adventures, and I'm also going to buy a banjo and a songbook to teach myself banjo for the 1 week that I'm there. That's how much I don't know how to relax. I think I would be slightly better now, but only slightly. So yeah, reggae, don't love it. Don't love like hard, like metal or like ragey music, but I do like Rage Against the Machine, at least like a couple of their songs. I don't know who Mishka is. I'm not attacking you because you're Jamaican, okay? I'm attacking the whole aesthetic of chill, which is not compatible with my lifestyle. Ah! If I stop being uptight, my whole body will fall apart. All right, let's get the controller because that's important for playing video games. Hassani, I fixed my sync today. I did a bunch of test videos, so my audio should be very well in sync. I did that just for you. Also, it's depressing that it wasn't already working right. That's bad on me for not being more proactive with that. All right. I have this open on YouTube also. Okay, good. Nobody is talking on YouTube. Ah, Mishka. Yeah. Probably not. Although there's some music where it's like reggae influenced that I like. Like I know, I can't remember the names of the songs, but like, Bruno Mars has some that's like reggae-ish. Rihanna has some reggae, and it's like, and I like that because there's enough other stuff going on, but like, don't you worry about a thing. I'm like, okay. And then, I don't think this is reggae, but it, like, on island vibes right now, you put the lion in the coconut. That song makes me want to scream. I hate that song. Like, I think I would walk out of the room if that song was playing. It's, you know, audio sync is good. Excellent. Did this, uh-oh. It shouldn't have died. What happened? As far as I can tell, the stream is still going, Hassani. Not for me, I don't think. Oh, it was you. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, what happened? Okay, let's do this. We're gonna play with the Fever music for a little bit. I tend to go with the chill music despite that entire lecture I just gave about how I have no chill. I just prefer the chill music in this game. I am excited because I feel like I'm getting better at this, which is exciting and fun. Who doesn't love that? I don't know. I don't know that I know how to talk and be a normal human being while playing this, though. I do tend to just zone out and disappear into the game, which is, you know, it's fine. I guess I can talk about why I was crying. Who doesn't want to hear that? So this drama has been ongoing since last fall. So my move, I moved from Manhattan to Austin. They picked up my stuff October, I don't know why I'm playing this here. See, and now I'm already playing worse because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is terrible. What's wrong with your face, Mark? Get it together. Right, so this moving company, so I call them and they're like, this is how much it's gonna cost, and I ask a million questions because I don't want to get screwed over because I forgot to ask a certain question, and then surprise, my move cost, you know, $5,000 more than I was planning to pay. So I asked a ton of questions. He was very patient with me, very understanding. I appreciated that. And then the movers show up and like immediately everything is against what he told me. Like, I asked him about plants and he was like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it, they'll just put them on the truck. And I was like, they're gonna just put small pots of plants on a truck? Like, okay. But I figured out a way to pack them up in a milk crate so that you could just take the stacks of plants on the milk crate, right? And I was like, sweet, this is gonna be great. And then the movers get there and they're like, it's illegal to take plants across state lines. Like, they literally can't take them, no matter how I package them up. So that was cool. He also had told me that they were going to take apart furniture And then the movers got there and they were like, no, we don't do that. And I said, but he said that you were gonna do that. I don't know how else to get it out of here because it's not disassembled yet. And so they like half-heartedly were like, okay, I guess we'll take it apart. And they just took off like a few big pieces, just enough so that it would fit through the door. That was cool. And then just everything. It was just like, oh, this whole thing is a shit show. And I should have booked with literally anybody else in the world. And now I feel terrible about my life choices. So, you know, that was cool. And then the guy who sold me the move was like, it'll take 10 days for your stuff to get there. At most 14. It took 29 days. And then when they got here, they started bringing all of this stuff into my apartment that was not mine. Like, they gave me a trampoline, a full-sized trampoline. And I was like, I moved from Manhattan to this apartment in practically downtown Austin. Where are you thinking that this trampoline was and is going to go? Because I'm not following. Oh, that is obviously not what I was trying to do, but it's fine. Everything is great. And so of the first 5 things that they brought into my apartment, 4 of them were not mine. So then I just had to go out to the truck and I had to just stand there and say, yes, that's mine. No, that's not mine. Yes, that is mine. There were things that they didn't even try to bring in that were mine that I just happened to spot on the truck and said, hey, that thing is mine. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. Well, Jesus. They were like, oh, okay, great. We'll get it out and take it in your apartment then. I was like, yeah, cool. That sounds nice. I don't know. So it was just like a total shit show. By the time they leave, I realize that I am still missing 6 of my musical instruments, along with like tons of other things. Eventually I add up the list and it is 28 items that are still missing from my move. So this is last November. So I call the guy, the manager of the people who had picked up my stuff, and he was like, oh yeah, it's fine, we'll get it to you soon, just keep saying soon. Trampoline, yeah, full-size trampoline. Like tons of wicker furniture. I don't know what the wicker furniture was all about. Maybe that's like big in Florida. Yeah. It just... Oh, you gotta make a high score command. Yeah, make a high score command, Hassani. Anyway, so fast forward, it's now been 4 months, and I'm still missing 28 items, including 6 musical instruments and a bunch of things that just have like a lot of sentimental value but would be worth nothing to anyone else. And I've never been able to get a hold of anybody. The only contact that I had was for the one manager of the movers that came and picked up my stuff, and he just kind of decides when he feels like talking to me. Like, he would just not respond to my text messages for like a month straight, and then he would just say, soon. So then it got pushed back to next year, and then later, and then later. And then today I finally got a hold of somebody at the office, the main office, and she was like, oh, I didn't even work here then. I don't know anything about this. Let me see if I can get a hold of the guy. And she gets a hold of the guy and she's like, yeah, actually, he said that he does have your bed frame and also like pieces to this one other thing. And I was like, okay, what about all the rest of my stuff? And she was like, no, he said that that's all that's left. I was like, absolutely not. So basically the sad short version of this story is I'm pretty sure that they just lost tons of my stuff. Like, I'm most upset about the ukulele because it was a nice ukulele and that is my favorite instrument to play. And now I just don't have it. And like, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get a new, that wasn't fine. That was terrible. You know, I'll get a new ukulele. I won't be able to replace all of the instruments. There's no way because I don't have money for that shit. My birthday is coming up at the beginning of May, so I can definitely put some things on a birthday wish list, and that'll help with like basically a ukulele, but that's not gonna, you know, magically replace the like $3,000, $4,000 worth of other things that they lost. And now I'm trying to figure out like what the next steps are, because I think I can file a claim, but when I actually looked at all of my coverage and stuff, it looks like my coverage is like 20 cents per pound, which like, I don't know if that means that my, you know, $350 synth that weighs a pound is only gonna get reimbursed at $1. Like, that's insane. So yeah, I don't know. So I gotta figure out, I have to see what they come back and say tomorrow after the guy gets back in town and can talk to the woman that I talked to today and see if they actually have my things or if they really are just gone. And then I could file a claim. My mom is saying that I should probably talk to a lawyer and see about taking it to small claims court, which is like, that sounds awful. She was like, you could go on Judge Judy, and I'm like, oh god, this is not how I want to break into television. Like, hard pass, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It sucks, but whatever. I'll survive, I guess, is the... I'm still healthy and well, and that's good, so no complaints in that department, but, you know. Other departments, plenty of complaints. Anybody have any nightmare moving stories? What am I doing? I don't know how to play this game while talking. Very quickly turns into a completely different game. Sure. Oops, that would have been oh, well, I guess that works. Sometimes you get adventurous and you just drop things in places and you're like, ah! Oh, man. We gonna file a claim so hard. Healthy. I mean, I'm as healthy as you can be when you just like never go anywhere. I went for a walk today and literally just like walking across the parking lot, my body was like like, I have a rowing machine here and I do use it sometimes. I've not been as consistent with it as I like, but it's just a totally different set of muscles. It is not the same as walking at all. Which, it's so sad too, because I love walking. I love seeing things, and I just have no desire to be outside at all right now. Okay, we're almost done with this round. I need to watch some video. Are there any... There's not a lot of people that, Boo Nexy? Who is Boo Nexy? Did somebody chat on YouTube and I just can't see it? Well, Boo Nexy, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. I don't remember. There was something else. The upside is I can go ukulele shopping soon. I don't know when I'll actually be able to get a ukulele, but the idea of looking for one is exciting. Small victories. Focus on the good. I don't know. Every time I've moved anywhere, it's been by myself, sometimes with friends. Yeah. Your friend got sick sleeping in the back of the U. The test flight. We didn't do the test because my friend had to cancel. So Noah, we're doing it this Thursday. We're doing, we did some YouTube videos. Which, like, the YouTube watch party thing is weird. I'm just going to tell you all, like, I'm going to give you the link to pull the video up on your own. And I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, play. And I'll have a timestamp on my video. So you'll be able to sync up. But the watch party was weird. And it felt like there was just, there's a lot of weird stuff happening that didn't work right. Hassani. Okay, one of my best moves. I loved my move from Chicago to New York. I convinced a friend of mine, a strong young man named Eric, to help me with my move because he had never been to New York before. He had never been camping. He'd never seen mountain. Like he was born and raised in Chicago and just hadn't really traveled. And I was like, hey, look, I will drive you there for free. Well, for free. I mean, it's my move. Of course, I'm gonna pay for gas. But I was like, I'll drive you there. You can stay with me for, however long you want afterward, and then you can get a Megabus ticket back home again for like $15. And he was like, hell yeah, I'm in. And it was so great because he was like just very, very strong, and I was extremely grateful for that. We went to IKEA on the way in and got my lofted bed frame, which came in these like big ass, insanely heavy boxes. And he carried them up 2 flights of stairs like it was nothing. And I was just like, oh my God. It's like the one moment where I was like, you know what? Maybe I should be straight. Like, it'd be so great to just have one of these in my house all the time. So anyway, but he didn't have a driver's license because you can get away with that when you live in Chicago. And so I was gonna drive the whole way, which I was totally fine with. But then we made it to like Pennsylvania. I think we've been driving like probably 13 hours or 8 or 13, I don't remember. We drove some number of hours that was sufficient for me to be exhausted and wiped out. And I just like hit a wall and I was like, I have got to stop driving as soon as humanly possible. Can you get online and start looking for hotels? And the only hotels we could find were like minimum $250 a night. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, we literally just need a place to sleep for like 6 hours and then that's it. We'll be done. And then I smelled a campfire and I was like, oh my God, can you look up campsites? And he found a campsite that was like dirt cheap. And I was like, oh, hell yes. And I'd actually like half planned for that because I wasn't sure where we were gonna sleep on the way. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my air mattress like at the very back of the U-Haul where it's easily accessible. So we went to this campsite and like I asked him, I was like, okay, we don't have a tent. Will we be fine to not get eaten alive by bugs? And she was like, oh yeah, if you have a fire going, like that'll help keep the bugs away. You'll be fine. I was like, okay, great. So we built a fire, and like I don't even think Eric had experienced an outdoor fire at that point. So he was just like, ah, and we're in the mountains, and he's never seen mountains, and he's never been camping, and so like I'm living my best life through him just vicariously. And it was great. Like we built a fire, we filled up the air mattress. It was just this fun little adventure, and then I think by like 3 o'clock in the morning, we were both just completely frozen solid. Like we were like spooned up together on the same air mattress, just like shivering like crazy. And so I was like, all right, screw this. I can't, this is unbearable. So then we went and got in the truck and we just sat in the truck and I would like let the truck run long enough to heat it up and then I would turn it off and then it would get cold again, then I'd turn it back on. And then by like 6 o'clock in the morning, we both were just like, yeah, this sucks and we're done sleeping. This is over. We gotta just get up and go. So we went and got breakfast somewhere and then we were, Eric with a C. I'm pretty sure with a C. DMC, yes! DMCA, one of the videos that I was playing, I guess it was, I have this microphone right here. And I've figured out if I turned the gain up, I could have it away. Like usually this kind of microphone you have like right here so that it only picks up your voice, but you have the gain turned down. So I turned the gain up so I could get the microphone out of the shot, which I like better. And then it's not like super obtrusive and obtrusive. Is that a word? Intrusive? In the way-edness. So yeah, but apparently the sound coming out of my speakers was too loud, so it picked up just like the faintest amount of the audio from one of the videos we were watching. And like by the time I finished the stream, they'd emailed me like, hey, we caught that you had these videos in there. Don't worry, you're fine. But no. Anyway, so then Eric and I woke up and we went and had breakfast at this adorable little diner, and then we were really close to, don't remember which Great Lake. What Great Lake is at the northern end of Ohio? That's the one that we were at. So yeah, so we took a little detour just so that we could see the Great Lake, because that, you know, he had seen Lake Michigan obviously as a Chicago boy, but had not experienced any other Great Lakes, and I don't know that I had really either. Oh well, no, I've been to Toronto. I think I've seen other Great Lakes, but whatever. That's not the point. So we did a little detour, played in the water. It was very cold. We didn't get in it. We just, you know, splashed our hands about. And ooh, man, that was close. I didn't think that was gonna work at all. But then it did, and everything is great, except that shouldn't have gone there, but it's okay. Yeah, but it was so lovely, and it was like so exciting to get to see things for the first time through somebody else's eyes who had not experienced them, and I loved that. That's the teacher in me that's like, oh, I wanna open the world up to you. Yeah, and then we went to IKEA, we picked up my lofted bed frame, and like literally as we it was like there was only like a 15-minute drive from crossing the state line into New York State to stop at IKEA and then drive to my apartment. And in that little time period, at one point when we were getting really close to my apartment, it was like, turn right, turn left, turn left, turn right. Like it was like fast instructions. And he was holding my phone in his hand, but it was so far away that I couldn't see it. And I was like, okay, can you just give me the phone? And literally like just took the phone from him to hold right here while I drove. And like as soon as it was in my hands, the cops pulled me over and gave me a ticket for not being hands-free. And I was like, mother... And like there's nothing I could do, so I just had to pay like it was like, welcome to New York, here's a $200 ticket. I was like, no, but that's okay. And then my new roommate, who I met her in person for the first time that day, like we had already talked on the phone and we're like, we like each other, let's live together, cool. So she helped us move my stuff in from the truck. And then I got pizza for us and set up my projector and an air mattress, and we all just like sat on my floor watching movies that night. It was so great. It was such a lovely time. That roommate is a puppet maker and is like big into like Comic-Con and a lot of the movies and things that people, I don't know anything about Comic-Con or like that whole world. That's part of her professional world, so she is definitely familiar with it. So anyway, and Eric kind of geeks out on that kind of stuff too, so it was like, oh, I'm bringing people together. And also they're helping me with like the worst thing that you could have to ask for help for. Thank you. So that was a fun move story. When I moved to Chicago, it was the middle of January, which sounds like it would have been a train wreck of a situation, but it was like a weird warm front. So the whole day that I was moving my stuff in, it was like 70 degrees. That's not supposed to happen in Chicago, but you know what? I'm not complaining about it. I don't know entirely what I'm trying to make happen here. Once again, I'm putting too much thought into words that are still not entirely panning out well. Suddenly my brain is like, what am I doing? I've had some other good calls and things this week that have me optimistic about things. Oh wait, here, let's see what's happening. One of the 2 times I slept outside in a tent, it was during a freeze warning. It was pretty miserable. Yeah. Supervillain was testing out their weather control machine in Chicago. Yeah, probably. They're like, let's give the people a random warm day to throw them off, and then the next day we'll send in a blizzard. That feels like an accurate description of Chicago weather, actually. I'm just tired. Like, I feel like I need a break, but I've done nothing that would warrant a break. You know? That feels like this entire pandemic to me. Oh. He's terrorizing New York now. I haven't kept up with the weather in New York. It makes me sad, because then I'm like, ugh, I should be there for that hellhole. Oh, the things we miss. Can I flip this? Oh, yes, but I didn't mean to go over. Oh, well. I'm still learning my powers on this game. Did I talk about going to an Asian market? I think I talked about wanting to go to an Asian market, and I was trying to gather requests of like, what do I need to try? What can't I miss? I haven't opened up too many of the things that I've tried. I do have one little snacky thingy here that I will show you momentarily. It was an adventure. I went there mostly to get a spice that I'm probably gonna mispronounce, but I believe it's asafoetida? Asafoetida? Something like that? It's also known as hing. And I read somebody who said, this is just the spice that you need that just makes everything taste a little more Indian. And I was like, cool, I'm into that. And then I went to this Asian food market, and it's definitely more of like an East Asian food market, and they did not have that spice. I still managed to spend $75 there, even though they didn't have the one thing that I went there for. You know, like you do. But I have no regrets. At least not so far. Wait, what did I get? There was something. Yes, I think it's asafoetida. Asafoetida, and then sometimes there's an extra E added in. I have not talked about going. Okay, good. Valuable intel. On what? I don't remember what I was talking about. It's already gone from my little tiny brain. Some things that I got. I'm trying to think what the sweets. Oh, yes. Yes. That is correct. By the way, I ended up ordering that online, and then it came, and I opened the package, and, like, it is potent smelling. It sounds like it's like the description made me think it's like a garlic and onion powder with a bunch of other things. But it's not. It's literally just the root of the asafoetida plant or something like that ground up. But, like, the smell is really strong. Like, it was one of those, like, rip the top off, and then there's a zipper packaging, and I ripped it off, and then I zipped it back shut, and then I put it in the pantry, and the pantry is, like, 4 doors that are all, like, connected in the back, and so it was in the very far right. And then later I went to get something out of the very far, Tupperware out of the very far left, and I opened it, and it was like, woof. And I was like, oh, Lord. So I transferred it into a jar that I can, like, seal shut. Because I was like, that is a very strong smell that is extremely unfamiliar to me, and I am not prepared for that yet. I have not cooked anything with it. I found a recipe for chicken that uses it that I'm excited about. So we'll see how that one goes. I got sugar plums. That's a thing I've heard of a million times because of Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, which I think is the song from Tetris that I like the most. And then I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever eaten a sugar plum. So I bought sugar plums, and they're delightful. They just taste like plums, but they're very small. Small little plums. So that was nice. That was my wild and crazy Asian market purchase. No, I got, here, wait, I'll make me bigger so you can see better. This is, I put them in this Tupperware, this little variety bean pack. Just, oh no, they're spilling all over the place. They weirdly taste sort of like a weird mix between, there's like a hint of seafood to it, but then they also taste like peanut butter. That's a terrible description. It sounds disgusting. They're delicious. Big fan. And I didn't realize until I'd eaten half of the bag that the picture on the front has anchovies all over it, like tiny little whole fish layered in throughout all of these. And I was like, oh my God. I read the ingredients and there's no anchovies in it. But yeah, that kind of scared the crap out of me. And I was like very grateful that, hello, Zomis. Welcome to the stream. But I wouldn't have bought it if I'd seen the fish. Oh, and then I'm definitely going to make a video of sampling this product to put on Instagram. Actually, probably most of the other things, when I open them, I'm going to do like a first taste and put it on Instagram. Just why not? But get a lot of seafood. Yeah, I got seafood. I got shrimp crisps or whatever. They're like those, like, you know, those like vegetable sticks. Yeah, shrimp chips. Yes, thank you. Which I think I've had those before. It's been a long time. So I'm excited about that. But then I also got, there's a first word and I don't remember if it's Chan, C-H-A-N, but it's Pui Mui, P-U-I-M-U-I. And it's like a plum with a bunch of other things going on. But somebody I was like reading some different Asian food blogs, like, what should I get? What do I need to not miss? And that was like a candied thing that they were like, it just has all of the flavors that make me think of China. And I was like, cool. And that was pretty good. I got some boba tea milk cakes. They're like little tiny cakes with like a filling in the middle. And like the first one that I ate, I was like, I don't think that I like this. And I was like, I'll go ahead and yes, Chen Pui Mui, I got it right, yay. But I was like, I'll eat like 2 more tiny ones and then we'll see. If I still don't like them, I'll throw them out. And of course, by the third one, I was like, all right, this is pretty solid. But it's like pastries. I'm such a just like disgusting sugar consumer that foreign sweets aren't usually sweet enough for me, right? Like Mexican sweetbread to me, I'm like, no. You're just taking a piece of bread and putting a little bit of icing on it. That does not make it dessert. You gotta put the sugar inside of the bread. But the little tea cakes were good. Yeah, see, like red bean paste stuff, not really my thing. I'm willing to try it again. I did get one little cake thing that I think was more along the lines of a red bean paste style thing, that it was like, it had a softer interior, about like almost like the size of a small walnut, and then it had more of a pastry around the edge that was like a white and pink. And they sold like 8 packs of them and 12 packs of them, but then you could buy a single one for like $3. And I was like, okay, I'll try like one fancy one for $3. And I did not like that at all. I spat that one out. I threw that away. That was not my jam. And then I was in the checkout line, and I've been reading about salted yolk as a flavor. Like, I found a recipe for a salted yolk chicken, and then I found a thing where you can actually make your own salted yolk to season, where you literally, like, you crack the egg, you get rid of all the egg white, you get just the egg yolk, and then you take a plate and you make a little mountain of salt, and then you, like, make a little burrow, and you just set the whole uncooked yolk in it, and then you cover it up with salt. And then you, like, refrigerate it or freeze it for several days, and then you just use it on, like, a cheese grater. And you just grate that onto things. And, like, I love, like, a runny egg yolk on anything makes it infinitely more delicious. So I was like, I think I would love that. So I'm in the checkout line, and then I see, like, chips. You know, they've got, like, stacks of other food, that your impulse purchases. And they had potato chips that were salted yolk flavor. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, that sounds great. You know, this is fine as an impulse purchase. And then I got home and I looked at the receipt. This one bag of chips, it's this big and like this thick, maybe. Like, I could probably eat the entire bag in one sitting, maybe 2 if I'm trying to be good. It was $9. I was like, oh, I just paid $9 for a bag of potato chips? So that was not the smartest purchase I've ever made, but I've also made much more stupid purchases, so, you know, it's fine. Yeah, what else? Got some, like, candied lemon things that are solid. I don't love candied lemon or things of that nature very often, but I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna branch out a little bit. Mango ginger chews, which actually somebody else had turned me on to those. She had them at her house and was like, why don't you try one? I was like, I mean, I guess ginger chews aren't really these are great. That's usually how it goes, isn't it? I realize how have you not eaten today? I also, and I got these apples. I don't remember what kind of apple it was, but a bag of small ones, some kind of sugar apple. It's like a particularly sweet, and they are pretty sweet. It looks less yellow on screen, but they look a little more yellow on the inside than I'm used to. There's a little bit soft at room temperature, but I stuck them in the fridge and they're a little crispier now, so that's good. How do we like this as a food review blog? This is like some sort of bean snack I don't remember the name of. This is a type of apple that I also cannot name, but let me tell you how delicious it is so that you can't buy it. It's none of those kinds of apples. It was a type I'd never heard of. But it would fall into that category, yeah. I love a good Gala or Fuji. Jazz are fine. Honeycrisp, I like Honeycrisp, but I feel like because they're like special and seasonal, they only sell them in like grapefruit size, and I can't, like, this is a small, you know, this is like small, like, this is probably professional baseball size. This is enough apple for me in one sitting. I don't need 7 pounds of apple at one time. And then when you put it back and you save it for later, it gets all yellow and it's not as great. That's how I feel about apples. Quality content. So I'm very excited to do this commentary thing on Thursday. I think that's going to be really fun. And then I'm excited to see what happens with it afterward, because I love the idea of getting improvisers together and casting them as actors in movies to do fake commentary. So like I would play Johnny Depp, and then I would cast somebody else to play Winona Ryder. Are they in a movie together? I don't even know what fake movie I'm trying to talk about at this point. But so we just pretend that we are them, and then we just create our own completely fictional movie commentary. And I think that would be hilarious, and it would be so easy for improvisers who are just like really good at that stuff to just show up and be funny, so it wouldn't be hard to produce. But it's just an issue of like, I don't know that that's a project I am excited about making on a regular basis. So do I figure out a way to find other improvisers who might want to produce something like that more regularly? And if I just give them that idea, how does that work? Because I also don't want to be like, you can just have it, and then suddenly it blows up and NBC is like, we're gonna make a whole television show based on this thing, and we're gonna pay you all this, and I'm like, oh, that's a bummer that I just gave that thing away. Which, like, it's weird when you make internet content, because that kind of stuff can actually happen, and you have to like factor that in, but also not let it completely stop you from making things. So, you know, finding the balance of being smart and having the backup plan, but then also like, but just make the thing. You know what I mean. VeggieTales Jonah movie on DVD has commentary from 2 of the voice actors in character. Yeah! See, that would be really funny. I like that. Oh yeah, Edward Scissorhands, of course. Actually, that movie, hello, X-Garp. I don't know that I know you, but welcome. That movie has been on my radar to want to rewatch again, because it's been forever since I've seen it, and I'm like, that movie was really good. If I remember it correctly, it was really good. John M? I don't want to out you fully. Yay! Welcome, John. I'm glad you could come and join in. We're creating high quality content here as always. Nothing but the best. Talking about Asian snack foods. Do you have any favorite snacks, John? Okay, I would like to hear everybody's go-to snack. You get 1 salty and 1 sweet. And you can only have 1 snack for the rest of your life. What is it? This is an impossible question, and I need you all to answer it in the next 12 seconds. I don't know why, but I need it. I don't think I'm asking too much. Ah! Okay, 12 seconds is up. Sushi does not count as a snack. Beef jerky, that's an excellent, you never knew this game existed. This is from his address. You'll have to reach out to me privately, Noah. I'm not going to give away his address on the internet. Okay, so if we go with the Dave Chang description of a snack food, it is something that is prepared that you literally just like open a bag and eat it, or open the container and eat it. So like there's a type of Kit Kat, there's a cheesecake flavored Kit Kat, and you're apparently supposed to bake it. And that was part of this like snack World Cup that they were doing. And he was like, nope, it only counts as a snack if you can take it out of the package and eat it. If I have to bake it, it is no longer a snack. So sushi is not a snack. Sushi is, however, delicious. We're on the same page with that. Let me see. Sour Patch Kids, watermelon, yeah. I did get an authentic Asian treat of sour gummy worms. I knew it wasn't Asian, but they're delicious. And I saw them and my mouth started watering and I was like, I'll take it. Yeah, and beef jerky, yeah, I'm with you, Noah. I think you have good taste. I'm a baked goods fan. I think if I go sweet and I can only have one baked good the rest of my life, it might be just like chocolate cake. I don't know if that counts as a snack. I mean, you can buy chocolate cake in a little package that you just like rip it open and like, oh, that would count. I have a recipe, which I sent to some of my patrons a couple of years ago for my birthday. It's a recipe for a vegan chocolate cake. And I made a whole batch and then I like measured it out and weighed it out and distributed it into little Ziploc baggies. And then I figured out if you add exactly 1/4 cup of water and also 1 teaspoon of water and then stir it and then microwave it, you'll have 1 slice of my favorite birthday cake. Or my favorite cake for my birthday. Or anytime, really. Yeah, cucumbers, I don't know, would that qualify as a snack food? I'm okay with it. I don't love cucumbers, though. It's not my jam. Too much of like a watery, weird taste going on. I don't mind cucumber juice in like a green juice. I'm okay with that. Nikki, we're missing you gotta weigh in here. I need to know your sweets and your savory snacks, please. I know you're probably multitasking, writing an essay and watching a movie and doing dishes and fixing your hair. But I'm gonna need you to pause all that for just 1 second and come and tell me your favorite sweet and salty snacks. This is very important. Don, I don't know Tate's chocolate chip cookies. Is that a regional thing? Or do I just not know of it? Ooh, that was close. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'm gonna put them on my list. Tate's chocolate chip cookies. White chip macadamia nut. That's pretty solid. That almost goes too sweet for me. It depends how big the white chocolate chips are. When they're like the giant ones where all of a sudden you're like, whoa! Doesn't do it for me. Which is ridiculous because I love sweets. Like there's not really like such a thing as too sweet for me. I don't know. $4 a bag. Okay. How are they like big? Are they soft? This is the most important thing. Do we like a soft cookie or do we like a little crispy, crunchy? What's happening with this cookie? I had a chocolate chip cookie earlier today. It's pretty good. I had to pull a very tiny short hair off of it before I ate it, which was discouraging. But it was from a Not soft. Oh, you lost me, John. Maybe. If it's really good, I can handle a little bit of crispiness. I love a soft one. Mm. You heard it here, folks. I love a soft one. Sometimes I say things and I don't know what I mean. Wow. This is some pretty impressive playing for how frantic I am right now. All right, here we go. Now we're getting back in the groove. Golden delicious. Pick an apple. Can I participate? Or is it over? Ooh. Ugh. Gross. Granny Smith and Red Delicious. Don't even. Okay. I'm going with that one. Oh. I can't pick. It ended. That was quick. That's where you want the ad. Was it an ad for a pill? It was 10 minutes. You should have told me that there was a survey. I would have participated. I'll do anything I can to take Red Delicious apples down a peg, because if you're gonna put delicious right in the name of your apple, you better be friggin' delicious, and it is simply not. Good apple. Rebecca loves a what now? Oh, Hassani, you pulled a clip. I finally realized I can go look at all the clips that have been pulled. Permabanned. You have my permission to permanently ban anybody in favor of Red Delicious apples. Granny Smith are only okay if you're gonna make them into like pie, because supposedly they're the best ones. I'd probably still do like a Fuji or Gala for that personally. I figured out how to look at old clips. And so I was looking through them, and the one that's my personal best is me getting past my former personal best, but we don't have a clip of the actual score of like the finish of the game. I was like, what? Not that it really matters, but I was like, wait a minute, where was the one where I got this? And then it didn't happen. I was like, come on, man. I'm docking your pay. I don't even know what that would mean. It is exciting though to know that I can do clips, that I have clips there. Thank you, by the way, Hassani, for pulling clips. Well, I died shortly after, but it was, the clip ended at like 388,000 or 390,000 or something, but then I made it all the way up to like 405,000. There were 2 clips from that one game or that one episode or something, but or that one stream, but I don't know why I didn't get it. It's fine. Yeah, that one. See, wait. I don't want the audio. Yeah, see, if I go to the end, the game's not over yet. It gets up to 381, but it still looks good. Like I'm still on top of my game there. It's okay. I'm not concerned about it. It is exciting to know, though, that you can pull clips and then I can see them. I can't figure out if I can then post them as highlights to my own channel. I haven't been able to successfully. I thought that I did that once because I thought that you pulled a clip that was the actual finish of the game, and then I thought that I saw a way to make it a highlight, but now when I look at clips, I can't make them highlights. Or at least not in a way that I could see. But I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about the potential of raiding other channels, so I think when I finish tonight, I will look and see if like one of the comedy theaters has a live stream up and running. I think, so Saturday the 20th, which, what is that? Today is the 15th, 14th, 13th. Yeah, so this coming Saturday night, I think it's like 6 p.m. Central-ish. My friend Rebecca Sohn, who was on Tetris Talk a few weeks ago, she had like a yellow hair and like a updo kind of thing. She is just this beautiful, delightful human being whom I just think very highly of. Of whom I think very highly? Of whom I think very highly. Sure, why not? But she did a solo show in New York. Shirley LeMay does a solo show of all duets, I think is like that's the general aesthetic of the title. But it was recorded, and then she's doing a live stream on Twitch of like watching the show. I don't know exactly what that means, if it's gonna be like a live stream commentary or if it's gonna be like watch a clip and then talk about it and then how that's gonna work. But I thought I would try to do a raid, and so I'm gonna stream here for a little bit on Saturday afternoon, evening, whatever the time is for that. I'll start streaming like 30 minutes before, and I'll do like a, hey, what's up? Here's what's going on, and here's what I'm thinking. And then we'll try and do a raid, and then go watch Rebecca Sohn's thing together. You know, it seems fun. I'm into it. I don't know if anybody will even show up to my stream to allow us to go and raid, but, you know, it's worth a try. So if you're around Saturday, keep your eye out on Twitch. I'm trying to remember what time that was scheduled for. I'll look it up here in a minute. Or Hassani, if you want to look it up, Chicago 4, the number 4, Real on Twitch. Chicago 4 Real, I think, is the channel that is hosting this event. I don't know if they would have it on the schedule or if they have like a website. I don't entirely know what the heck is going on with that platform. But I know of plenty. I think actually Steve, who does the Talkin' Funny show that I'm reviewing soon, I think that show also streams on Chicago 4. It seems like it's a lot of like Chicago comedians that got together and started this platform. I don't know who's in charge of it or who's doing all that stuff, but I might reach out if I, oops, that was backwards. If I have like ideas or suggestions of how they can try and, I don't know, recruit more viewers. Which it seems ridiculous that I would give advice on that because I don't have a ton of viewers here, but I don't, this isn't a thing so far that I'm trying to get a ton of viewers to. This is me learning and connecting with all of you. Oh, I totally forgot about Discord today. Yeah, that's my bad. Who is even seeing the Discord notifications? Because so far, Hassani, you're the only person who interacts with my posts. Chicago, the number 4, Real. Chicago for Real. That's the channel on Twitch. And then I don't know if they have like a website also that has the schedule or if they're actually like keeping up with the schedule on Twitch. But I think it's Shirley LeMay. It's a thing with Rebecca Sohn. They would, I would assume, put her name in there. Munch, munch, munch. Yep. Hello, Tatted Hearts. How are you? Tatted Hearts. What's your favorite salty snack and sweet snack? We're going with snacks or things that you can just open from a package and eat. They don't require prep. Oh, Noah posted about Tig. I love Tig. I was listening to her podcast today. I forget the name of the guest that was on, but it was a lovely episode. I managed to get that over there, but that was exciting. This is what you folks tune in for, right? The excitement and the adventure? I really get into these songs, you know? Jam it out. Honey mustard Pringles. Holy cow, that sounds delicious. Cookies and cream ice cream with chocolate syrup on top. I would go like hot fudge on top, I think. Chocolate syrup to me, I'm like, what is the point of this? This just like sugary, nonsensical. I need a more refined flavor. But I'm with you though. Cookies and cream. I think cookies and cream is actually on my next shopping list. I don't really eat dairy very often, but I've just been craving like a really good, rich, creamy ice cream. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it because I'm just gonna keep craving it if I don't. And when you don't eat the thing you're craving, you just eat everything else. So you would save yourself a lot of calories and time and money to just get the thing you're craving, get it over with, move on with your life. Ooh, ranch Pringles sound great too. I grew up eating ranch. I like pizza with ranch. I think that's delicious. Big fan. Wow. Okay. Almost went down the wrong tube, but I caught it just in time for this to not have to pause the entire stream. I think this is it. Yes, I'll try not to die. Someday, Hassani, I will. I can't help that, but hopefully not today. I think this is actually the highest score that I've ever gotten in Dr. Mario, so we're going into level 16, so this might be a tragedy here very quickly. Okay, I have to focus, so I'm gonna ignore you here just for like a minute. It's gonna be fine though. We're all gonna get through this. Okay, I could probably talk again now. This is how professional gamers do it, right? They just like really intently focus on something and it's like, oh. And people just watch silently. I don't know. I don't know anything about professional gamers. Okay, let's do another open call for streamers you like. And you can like them for any reason. I'm not really seeking out anything specific here. Not on this particular occasion. Oh, I feel like I should brag on myself here. I've been doing a better job of using both the A and B to switch the pieces around so that instead of hitting A 3 times, I hit B 1 time. Still scary. I don't like it, but I'm learning. It's personal growth there, folks. Learning the hard lessons. That All kinds of little things disappeared there. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen there. Dum, dum, dum. Whoops. Could have put that somewhere else, but it's okay. Has anybody heard of The Artist's Way? We're gonna get real foo-foo here and it's gonna be great. We're all gonna have a good time with this. So The Artist's Way is a book by Julia Cameron. And it's like a guided exercise book that takes you through 12 weeks of exercises that are designed to, they're like supposed to help you with writer's block is how it's advertised. But it's like very therapeutic and like dive deep into like, why do you have the issues that you have? Like, you think you can't write because this person, oh, come on. This person made you think this because they said that, but now you're an adult and you recognize that that person was dumb and didn't know what they were talking about, and you can accomplish anything. That's a terrible way of summarizing it, but I did it like 7 or 8 years ago with friends, and it was incredibly helpful. Like, it just opened up a lot of, it didn't open anything up, it helped me. It opened up all these doors and all these incredible opportunities presented themselves. No, it just made me realize like a lot of things I was doing that were holding myself back, that are not helpful. And so it helps you figure out those like habits and routines that are not benefiting you so that you can stop doing them and do things that do benefit you. So this Sundance Film Festival has a writer's cafe, and it's just this grid, like you sign on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Central for an hour, and they'll give you like a prompt, and it says, hey, like today's prompt was passage of time, right? And it's like, how do you show passage of time in movies, and how do you show the difference in how people perceive time? Because for one person, a year might be an eternity, and for somebody else, a year might be like a blip on their radar, right? And so it was just talking about, oh, bye, X-Garp, John. Oh, John, if you are still here, come back on Thursday, and you can watch a movie with us. So, yeah, so today's thing was all about passage of time, and so then it was like, it was apply that to Tetris. I'll try. So it gave you all these examples of different movies and how they show passage of time. Like Titanic, he really likes to like focus in on Kate Winslet's eyes, and then it's just like transitions, and now you're looking at the old lady's eyes, which is Kate Winslet as an older character. And then they give you resources, and it's just stuff you can read. So I treat it like an hour-long self-taught class where I'm just taking in a bunch of information and trying to think about like how I could apply it to projects I'm working on. And then afterward, you go into breakout rooms for half an hour and just like mix and mingle and meet other writers and filmmakers, because writing is like a pretty lonely endeavor. So it's just a nice way to connect and have a little human interaction in your day. And they are starting at, oh, that was not good. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna stop talking for a minute so I can attempt to not lose, but this is gonna be rough. Oh yeah, there's no getting out of this now. All right, we're done. 142,000, Hassani. Um. Oh, right. So they're starting an Artist Way group. So we just had like a conversation today about like how would this work? What's it gonna look like? They had like 30 plus people who were interested in doing it, and like the last time I did it, it was 4 people, and it was like we spent 3 hours every week talking about our experience of that week's homework. So, you know, we'll see. Hey! Hooray, new command. Thank you. The apple almost fell out of my mouth, but then I caught it because I'm a grown-up and I know how to eat food. Time for chill music. So anyway, but it was a really good conversation, and I'm excited to hopefully dive into that and have a good group. It's probably going to be randomly assigned groups, and I feel like with my luck, I'm going to get like one person who just wants to like shit all over everybody's parades every week. It was like, man, I want to hear about your personal problems. How does this apply to your writing? And it's like, this is not a writing book. This is like a self-help healing growth book. And then you apply what you learn to your writing. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. I feel like I've made some good connections in that group, and it's exciting to feel like you're making friends. I'm so lonely. I'm sure nobody here can relate. The middle of a pandemic. None of us spend time with other people. At least not enough, so it's fine. So that's an exciting thing. I talked to a friend who is a producer who's way more better networked in the comedy world than I am about some of my like ideas with live stream things, and she said she would be happy to help me like connect with other comedy people and like help cast some things. So if I can get some concrete ideas up and running, she might be able to help me with the casting part. Because for me, that was a big part of the struggle why I didn't want to do stuff, because it's like even just getting this stuff set up to be able to do it every week, even having just one guest on a weekly basis for Tetris Talk, quickly was like, oh, this is significantly more work than I was expecting it to be, just to ask somebody and get them to show up and then like change the graphics so that I have their name ready to go, and to, you know, it's like stuff that it doesn't seem like it would be difficult, and then you actually start doing it and you're like, oh, this is a lot more than I thought. So it's fine, it's good. I think once I have some shows up and running that I'm more excited about. I mean, not that I'm not excited about this, but like for somebody who is focused primarily on like produced content, this is definitely a different ball game. So yeah, I think that's enough of my boring someday show updates. Writing friends. It looks like, what is that emoji? Oh, is that her knees up at her chin? It also kind of looks like it's a woman whose shirt is like here, like pulled up like this. What kind of writing does this group do? Looks hot. Lewd. Me? Never. I'm wholesome. That's what people tell me. I have my moments. Yes. Boom. Yes. I don't know what to do with that. And then sometimes you're like, okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, too far. I'm always impressed when I overspin and overmove, because I just don't think it's possible. Okay, Okay, that definitely looks dirty. What is that, a gnome shaking and flashing its underwear? Hassani, I don't know that you would be surprised by this, but I know almost all the words to that song. I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me. Hit the Players Club for about a month or two. Put a tag on it, then see how it do. How it do or what it do? I don't remember. It's fine. Okay, see, can I get this over and then flip it again? No, I cannot. Sometimes you just have to try it if you want to learn a lesson. Bubba Sparks making a comeback. I don't think you can come back from Miss New Booty. I think that song just stays with you forever. I think he's got to rebrand himself. Do like a Chris Gaines, Garth Brooks thing. Mortify himself fully, wholeheartedly. Leave the music industry entirely to raise his children for like 12 years, and then he can make a comeback. I'm just following the Garth Brooks manual, which seems to have worked out great for him, so why not? If Garth can do it, why can't Bubba? As my grandmother always said. Like a lot of things that are about to happen. Oh, that didn't go the way I thought it was going to. Okay. Like, I just built up this giant tower of things all clustered together, and I wasn't really sure how or when they were gonna come apart. More songs like that, hopefully soon. Emote of Tingle from Legend of Zelda. His underwear is always on the outside like that. So he's not flashing his booty, that's just his outfit. Okay, I got it now. Ah! Nope. What else can we talk about? I like that I keep looking for conversation subjects and then I'm like, I can't talk, I have to focus. Why can't you guys do more of the talking? Come on. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen there, but it didn't. Boom. Types in chat louder. There, I'm talking. Thank you, Hassani. That's all I needed was for you to talk a little bit louder. Type louder, people. I can't hear you over this amazingly well-produced video game music. Doop, 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 doop. As much as I make fun of it, I genuinely find myself in a trance-like state listening to it. So, well done, Nintendo music makers. That was lucky. I didn't know what I was trying to do. I mean, should we talk about Garth Brooks? We've put the elephant into the room now. It feels like we must address this issue. I feel like there was recent drama around Garth Brooks because I think he was supporting Trump in all the bullshit of like, this election wasn't real, and it's like, oh, fuck yourself. So that was and I feel like I read a highlight about that, and I just didn't want to know. And I was like, I can't do this. And then Biden invited him to sing at the inauguration, so it's like, okay. So we're okay with him, or we're not okay with him, because I'm unclear. Can everyone hear me? I can hear you a little better, Nikki. You need to enunciate. You need to hit your consonants. Otherwise, you just sound like Ariana Grande, and you're like, You're tired of screaming. Fine. Fine. That's funny. Nikki, you didn't answer earlier. I think you walked away to do 17 other things, probably. What's your favorite salty snack? And then your favorite sweet snack? And they can't require any preparation. Shots fired at Ariana. She knows her diction is bad. That's her aesthetic. I'm not the first person to say that. That is not where I meant for that to go. This is what happens when you take a bite of snack food and you don't pay attention to your game. You just drop shit all over the place. I don't know. Just get out of the way. Yeah, Nikki, we need to know. The people demand to know. We've had some good contenders. Chocolate chip cookies from a bag. Sour, watermelon sours, what was it? I don't remember. The watermelon sours, they're good. Oh, was it Sour Patch Kids? Watermelon? I don't remember the salty snacks, because if I'm being honest, I just don't care about salty snacks. Give me all the sugar. And also these little bean snacks, which are not really beans. I don't even know what this is. It's probably like a flour, some kind of flour thing. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Salt and vinegar and chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, okay. I can get behind that. I condone your choices of foods. Yeah, they're classics. Like, you're like, I'm not messing around. If I only get one salty and one sweet snack the rest of my life, I gotta make them, like, the most reliable. Like, you don't want something that's like, oh, it's so good, but I ate it today, so I don't want to eat it for the next week. You want, like, an everyday snack. I'm into it. like some weird clicky noises happening that sounds like things are happening that are not happening. That was the weirdest sentence I've said in a while. Like, it sounds like I'm hearing a clickety that's making it twist an extra turn that I don't want, but it's not actually turning. So I'm delusional, and now I'm just hearing clickities where there are no clickities. These things happen. We've all been there. I think, maybe. Oh. Barbecue? Wait, like barbecue flavored potato chips, or just like barbecue would be your go-to snack? Because I don't think barbecue counts as a snack. You can't just open the package and eat that. Barbecue chips, okay, chips. Trader Joe's has a chip brand in the, wait. She worked for Frito-Lay? Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, he would be popular. It would be like him, and if your neighbor was also like an ice cream truck delivery, or an ice cream guy, like drove an ice cream truck. What do you call him? The ice cream man? I don't know. They would be like the stars of the neighborhood for sure. Trader Joe's has a mixed barbecue summer chip bag, and it has like ketchup flavor and barbecue flavor, and I think there's like a pickle and it's just all of the chips mixed together. It's the patio snacks, something like that. I don't remember the name of it, but it's delightful. The picture on the front is a bunch of different chips of like various shades of colors barbecuing, making burgers and stuff. You know, like potato chips do. But those are quite tasty. Yay! You got a dip? No, I don't think I will. Should I move this up? Should I start Mondays at 6 also? Because Thursdays I do 6. I could also do the middle of the day. I don't know why in my head it's like all live streams. The only time you can live stream where people can watch is at night. Do people just watch live streams all day long? Like if I just did like noon streams, that would be normal and people would join me? Like Hassani's like, I'm not going to answer that, but I will say goodbye to Nikki. We'll see. Maybe I'll move this up to 6 and just keep 6 my consistent time for now. You do, but you just lurk at work. Lurking at work. Lurk at work. Okay. We'll see. If I get something up and running that I can do in the middle of the day that would be fun, maybe I'll do that. But for now, we'll plan on Mondays for Tetris, but maybe 6 p.m. Central next time. Who knows? Anyway. Bye, Hassani. I'm going to play a little bit longer. See if Nikki will keep talking to me, and then... and then I'm going to peace out. Get some rest, Hassani. I'll let you know when we file my claim. By we, I do mean you. I'm suckering you into helping me with everything in my life now. That's what you do when you don't have friends. You make your one friend do everything. That was a terrible song, but I feel good about it. What? Okay, sure. That's good. Nikki, how are you? What's the drama? If you feel like it. That's fine. You're not obligate, you know? I think too often we just expect women to be nice and talk to people because they're women and that's what we're trained to do is be nice. You don't have to be nice even to me. But I would love it if you were. It'd be really cool if you were, you know? Nikki, what you missed earlier is, or I think you missed it. Maybe you were here and you just weren't talking yet. But I got a bunch of Asian snack foods. I've tried a couple of them. I'm gonna make some little short videos that I can post on Instagram of sampling new items. It'll be an adventure. I got a thing that looks like beef jerky, but it's tofu. And I'm very curious. I have high hopes for it. I want it to be delicious because I feel like I'm not getting enough protein, and if I can find an animal-free way of getting more protein that also tastes like beef jerky, then I would be extremely happy. But I'm also not holding my breath. We shall see. Oh man. Crunchy, crunchy. Something for vegan Slim Jims. Ooh, I've had a couple different kinds of of good, like, vegan jerky. I think there's a company, it's like Louisville? Is that right? Okay, wait. Vegan. Yeah, Louisville. Yep. Theirs are pretty solid. I like it. It is not cheap. It used to be available at Whole Foods, but it was like, I mean, I guess it's not that much more expensive than jerky, actually, but it was like $8 for, you know, a small little bag, but you're not supposed to eat the whole bag in one sitting anyway. And that bag of potato chips that I bought was accidentally $9, so I guess chips for $8 isn't the worst thing that's ever happened. I mean, beef jerky for $8. That was pretty good. There's some that are like, they're kind of like a beef stick that are pretty good. Primal. They make a good one. I guess I need to just go to like some place that sells those and stock up so I have a little extra supply. I mostly get my groceries though at a curbside place, and that curbside place doesn't have a ton of meat alternatives that don't require cooking. What are you gonna do? But I don't have to go outside and deal with Texans who think that masks are pointless, so that's exciting. I think for the most part, I would say Texans are still doing a pretty good job of wearing masks, and the places that, like, I went to a sandwich place today and they still had a sign up on the door that was like, you have to wear a mask to come inside of here. I was like, good, thank you. I did also, though, walk past a couple of restaurants that were, like, packed. And that's unsettling. The stream froze. Is it unfrozen? It looks good from my end. Hassani said the same thing earlier, but mine did not freeze up. But then he was like, oh, I did something. So maybe this is different. Stream is fine for Noah. Well, I don't know. Nikki, get your shit together. Just kidding, I love you. Huh. I don't know. I have no advice. I am good at technology, but only certain technology. And the viewing experience of Twitch is not one of the things which I am experienced at. Noah, where are you? Are you in West Virginia yet? What does your life look like these days? Traveling? Are you married yet? Has that happened? I know it was on the to-do list. Move to West Virginia, get married. Wasn't that you? Am I making up a story about somebody else? Wouldn't that be wild? You broke up with her? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I felt like you were very young to be getting married, but some people just know. So is this a good breakup? Are we glad that we broke up? Are we healing slowly? Are we trying to take care of ourselves? Because that's the most important thing. Ah! What on earth? Ah! I actually wanted that to go right there. Okay. Nope, not what I was trying to do. So I guess you didn't move to West Virginia then. You're like, no, I still moved in with her, but I also broke up with her. That would be awkward. That would make you a lesbian. Only lesbians do that. They break up and then they become best friends. Which I guess in some ways is like pretty healthy because it's like, well, you were intimately close to that person. So it is weird that most relationships end and then you just never see that person again who you were really close to. What am I doing? Still frozen for me. Ah, okay. Bye, Nikki. Is it with a Y? Yes, okay. I suddenly didn't know how to spell her name. Well, still in Oklahoma. Okay. Well, I hope you're taking care of you and doing what you need to do. Ending relationships is not easy. It sucks, but it's a lot better than... Wow, a lot better than how this game is going, apparently. It's better than staying with somebody who you're not supposed to be with, especially if that results in you marrying somebody. What is happening? How did this game not end? It's a miracle. It's still gonna end. There's no way that this goes well for me. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. I'm gonna take a water break instead. All right, I'm gonna do one last round, and then I'm gonna call it a night. My water bottle's leaking! We'll start at 12. Yes. Ah! Do you have any new music out, Noah? Anything you're excited about right now? What's happening in your world? Let's talk about you for a minute. Oh. Something exciting is always exciting. Yeah, it's, you know, you have to be gentle with yourself, because, like, just everything is a train wreck right now. I mean, that's this article I was reading today about, like, how to be a freelancer, and it was like, everybody beats themselves up because they feel like they're not accomplishing enough, and they're not doing enough, and we have to calm down and just say, okay, like, realistically, if you can get just, like, a couple hours of things done a day, which in a pandemic I think is, like, if you can accomplish, like, one thing. I called my mom the other day, and I was like, I just don't know how to function. Like, I don't want to do anything. I don't, like, I'm just sitting here. I don't even really particularly want to watch TV, because I'm like, that also sounds boring and terrible. Because, you know, then you gotta scroll through and find something. Too many options. And she was like, well, try and get one thing done, and then call it a day. And I was like, okay. And I don't remember if I got one thing done, but I felt better. That counts for something. Maybe. Oops, not where I thought that was gonna go. Yeah. Everything is harder than it needs to be right now. It's The joy of a pandemic. Do you have work options? Are there things that you're good at that make you employable? Or are you kind of in a, I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do, I'm starting over at square one stage? Because both of those are fine. I mean, things are starting to open up. So if you're comfortable with the idea of working in person, I'm sure that restaurants and things are probably gonna be hiring again soon. Trader Joe's is a good place to work. That was my job for a year and a half until the pandemic started, and then they actually have really good safety practices now. I don't think I would feel bad, like nervous, well, as nervous working in one, but when I was still there, it was like, you're not allowed to wear a mask at work because we don't like the optics of it, and I was like, I gotta go. But it's a good job, and it gives you health insurance. And it's just a nice place to work. Nice people, you know? I don't know how many Trader Joe's there are at Target. Oh, yeah. I have a... I don't even know what her relationship would be to me. I guess technically she's my stepbrother's wife? My father married a woman when they were both like 70, and it's her son's wife. And she started working at Walmart during the pandemic, and she loves it. She's very happy there. Why not? I think I've burned out all of my retail gigs. I think I've served my time. I don't know that I can do that again, but I don't really have bad memories of any of my jobs. And some of them were like, not stellar jobs. I don't know. For now, if it pays the bills, gets the job done, go for it. Or you can become a streamer and make millions like me. My nephew has reached, he's 9. And he's already in the like, I think I want to be a gamer for a living. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, look, as somebody who is trying to establish enough of a presence to maybe make some money on the internet, just trust me, it's not the right path for anyone. Not even at 17,000 and this already feels fairly tragic. Start streaming as a hobby. Yeah. Just go live. I mean, realistically, like so many people go live for so long to literally no audience that there's not really any pressure. Like, and that's, to me, that's one of the benefits of doing the live stream stuff is there's not this expectation that you're gonna come to the table with some like beautiful, perfectly refined thing. Right? Like usually if you're making a video, you're gonna edit it. And if you're editing it, you should edit it to the point where it's like as good as you can make it. But if you're just going live, then nobody expects you to come to the table with perfection. So if you can figure out your tech setup and make it happen, why not? Don't expect to make a ton of money off of it, but it is fun, and it's a fun way to like connect with other people, and I don't know, yeah. I've enjoyed it. What kind of live streaming would you do? Are you gonna do music stuff? Or do you have video games that you would like to stream? What's your jam? A literal jam or just a game? We're so close! I don't know why I turned that instead of just moving it over. Whatever, it's fine. I get way too into this music. Music stream. Hades and Final. See, I don't know any of those things. I don't know what you're saying to me, Noah, but it sounds lovely. Why not? I say do it unless you're worried that you'll be disappointed if, like, nobody watches. Because it is really hard. That's the hardest part. At least it has been for me. Not that I'm, like, pushing for crazy viewership at this point, but it is something I would like to get better at eventually. Right now, what I've been enjoying is just trying to find ways to make it more conversational and to make people feel more like they're part of it. Which, you know, I feel like we've built up this solid little group. You know, we're small but mighty. And it feels like we know each other and we talk, and that's exciting. So, you know, if that's all that this platform is, then I'm okay with that. I have a good thing going here too. Too much social anxiety, especially after. Yeah. You should do the artist way. I mean, as much as that sounds like I'm making a joke, it is actually like, it's perfect for that kind of thing. To be like, okay, how do I, it's like sifting out who you are as a result of the people around you to figure out like, who are you just for the sake of you? And that is a difficult thing to figure out. But so the artist way just kind of walks you through like exercises and things that help you like get back to yourself. Like a big component of it is, so you do morning pages. So every day you wake up and you just handwrite 3 pages, and it's literally just a brain dump of whatever is going on in your head. It's not like formal, nice writing that's like, once upon time, it's like, I had this weird dream about this, or if you can't think of anything to write, you literally just write, I don't know what to write about, over and over and over again until you fill 3 pages. And it's just like, that just helps you learn to like trust your voice and let your voice be heard by at least you. That if you're like, I had the weirdest dream and it's super twisted and I think I might be a crazy person, but I'm gonna go ahead and just write it. And the idea is that nobody will ever read this. You're gonna burn these books. It's not for, you know. And then you do weekly artist dates. So once a week, you just treat yourself to something fun that you just want to do. Like mine tended to be going to the movies and then going for a long walk in the dark around Manhattan, because that's what I love to do. But then it gives you all these other exercises. But I did it, the first time I did it was actually like around a breakup also. And it was just, I had so much closure where like I felt like I had gotten my heart broken and I was like, I hate you and I'm so angry and this and that. And then like did a lot of writing around it and kind of came to a better understanding of how I felt about this woman, and then was like, you know what? I'm gonna invite her out for lunch and like see if I really am doing okay now. And then like halfway through lunch, I was just like, I don't know why we were ever together. Like, it's just like, oh, I was such a different version of myself who is not me when I was with you. And I'm so grateful that that's not who I am anymore. So yeah, I highly recommend it. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. If you join the Sundance Writers group, you can do it with us. This is a little chaotic and I don't know how to get out of here. Ah, that was a terrible, that was worse. We're gonna start over. I will say though, it's very difficult to get through by yourself because it's 12 weeks and you read 1 chapter every week, and I lasted like 2 weeks the first time and then like I don't even think I finished the first chapter the next time. And then I got a group together where we met up once a week to like talk about the reading and talk about what we took from it. And then it was much, much better. Then I stuck with it because I think there was still 1 week where I just didn't do any of it. I didn't do the reading. I didn't do the homework, nothing. But then because I still had to show up and like talk about it, I just listened to everybody else talk about what they took from it. And it was like, oh, okay, I think I get the effect of what I would have taken from this, and that's more helpful than nothing. And then I still had to like go home and then just do the next week's work. So it was nice because then I just jumped right back in again and kept going. Unlike every other time where it was like, well, I still haven't done chapter 11. It's like, who cares? It's time for chapter 12 now. Get over yourself. Yeah, so it's hard to stick with on your own, but if you're like a really diligent person who's good at holding yourself accountable for that kind of stuff, you might do great. Or get like 2 or 3, like, I would almost say not even friends, people you don't know, but you think you could get along well, and who you think would also be committed to self-growth. It sounds lame, but it really helps. Maybe I'll do Artist Way. What if I led a virtual Artist Way group? Is that a thing? I mean, it'd be kind of weird because it would just be me pouring my heart out about whatever I learned that week. And then people maybe or maybe not sharing in the chat. Might get weird. But we love weird, don't we? What am I? This game is weird. You'd be there? Okay. We'll see. Maybe we'll start that. What if I find comedians to do the Artist Way with me, and then we do a funny Artist Way recap every week? That could be cool. But even comedians have some serious messed up issues, and then would just be like, I'm not comfortable talking about this in public. You know, we're all human. We're all just doing our best. Okay, okay. Knocking it out, knocking it out. I'm just gonna oh, well, I was gonna hide that, and then I failed at that. And now I'm just making holes all over the place. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with myself. Oh, nope, that was not the piece that I thought it was. Okay, great. Super! I'm gonna miss the turn because I'm scratching my shoulder. Gotta prioritize. Alright, we're getting somewhere here. Woo! Finally! Felt like that round lasted forever. Oh yeah, I started another game. I wasn't going to. Oh well. We're gonna finish this game. We're gonna finish it. I don't care if I'm streaming all alone. I'm gonna finish this game. And then I'm gonna find something to watch on television. Been craving like a good British drama, and I have not stumbled into any new obsessions in that category yet, so gonna have to figure something out. No British TV for a while. I go in waves of like for a while there at the beginning of the pandemic, I was all about the apocalypse movies. And then there was the BBC drama stage where it was like any like murder solving show that originated in the UK. I was watching it. There are a lot of good options in that particular category. But I think I just watched most of them, and now I don't know what else to watch. And like, I'm ready for more, and they're not ready for me. It's not where I meant to go. Boo. Your brother released a Dr. Mario poster. Oh, do you have a link? Post a link to it. What do you mean a poster? Like just a poster that people can buy? Also, welcome. Hi. I actually just bought Dr. Mario. I found it on eBay, and I got it. It was like 13 bucks with shipping, which was thrilling. Brandi Carlile is a singer, like Americana, country, folk style singer. And her wife made a video, and she was just like, "What are you doing? There's stuff that could be done around the house, and you're what? You're playing Dr. Mario? And I was like, oh yeah, that game is great. So I looked it up and I found it online, and here we are. The rest is history. Okay, let's see this poster. Interesting. It's like if it were a Today movie. OG Nintendo games. See the movie poster treatment. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it. That's fun. I definitely get the movie poster aesthetic. I was like, oh yeah, because that's, they do that. They turn video games into movies. I don't know how Dr. Mario would translate into a film story, but that would be a great poster for it. A live action Dr. Mario. A gal can dream.
We're almost there!
Hey! Arthura, are you a Dr. Mario fan yourself? Did you play any NES growing up? It's hard to know people's age ranges because for me, like, this just was the video game system when I was little, and then when newer ones became available, I just never made the jump. I just got stuck in this one video game, and I was like, that's good enough for me. Not one video game, but one gaming system. Tetris was my jam. That's what I normally play, but I've been taking a break and trying other things out. Because I got a new personal best in Tetris, and then I was like, alright. Get out of here. Oh. Rob. Oh! Hello, Rob. Oh, yeah. Of course. That's funny because I didn't even look at the username on Insta. I would have known. Yeah. Okay. How are you? Where I emailed you. We're like way past due to have a catch-up conversation. Are you still in Connecticut? Things are good? Still same job? Or have you been able to start the nonprofit yet? I have lots of things that I'm theoretically starting soon, but everything moves slower than I want it to. So, you know, someday it will happen. Still in Connecticut, same job. Okay. Have you been vaccinated yet? Have you been approved for that? Did you get a golden ticket? I don't know what the status is on how and when they're vaccinating in New York or Connecticut, I guess. Not yet. Oh, okay. I got the first shot. I don't think that I was supposed to be able to, but my health clinic texted me and they were like, because you have a chronic condition, you qualify. And I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. If you're telling me that I have a chronic condition that qualifies me, I will get it. I do have a chronic condition, but it's not one that I believe to have any adverse reaction to COVID. But I also then immediately signed up to volunteer to help other people get vaccinated. So, you know, I'm gonna do my best to make the most of the vaccine and continue to wear my mask and not do stupid stuff because, I don't know, why would you not do that? Oh my gosh, Rob, you're gonna be so angry on my behalf with this. I finally got a hold of the movers today. Asthma, but not severe. Yeah. Hello, the exact same. Dr. Mario is a chronic condition. That's funny. I mean, you're not wrong. This game is highly addictive. Rob, I finally got a hold of the moving company today. Not just that same manager that's been ignoring me for forever. They still haven't delivered my stuff. And today, the woman that I spoke to was like, oh yeah, I just talked to him and he said that he does still have the bed frame and a couple of pieces of that furniture that got left behind, and that's gonna ship soon. And by the way, this guy has already told me multiple times that it's already in transit on the way and it's just delayed because of the big storm. And then I was like, okay, the big storm is over and you said that like a month ago. So it's kind of ridiculous. And I was like, okay, well, what about the rest of my stuff? And she said, oh, that's all that he said was left over still. I was like, you have 28 items that did not make the move. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to talk to him and figure out what's going on. So, yeah, still missing 6 instruments. My mattress is on top of an air mattress so that it's not just like on the floor. Which is, you know, living the dream. It's slightly better than a mattress just directly on the floor. That's my new pro tip is if you don't have a bed frame, just put your mattress on top of an air mattress to start. Yeah, the whole thing is a disaster, but I'm pretty sure that tomorrow when I call her again, if she answers, she's gonna tell me that they have just lost my stuff and I'm gonna have to file a claim and they're gonna reimburse me like nothing. Because the coverage thing said it was insured at something like 20 cents a pound. So my synthesizer that cost, you know, $350, but only weighs a pound might get me reimbursed $1? Like, I don't really understand if that's what the whole thing means or if I'm just completely misreading it and they're actually gonna reimburse me a reasonable rate. I don't know. It's a shit show. I'm not excited about it. Oh yeah, very much worse company. They'll reimburse me at 6 point. Yeah. They'll be like, we're gonna reimburse you, but it's gonna take us approximately 12 months to issue that check. And then in 12 months, they'll be like, actually, it's too late now. You waited too long. And I'll be like, I didn't wait. You waited to write the check. And they'll be like, yeah, but still. Too much time has passed. Do you even miss your stuff? The exact same. Who are you? Do I know you? Is this your first time here? Thank you. I appreciate your commiseration. Commiseration? That's a word, right? I'm trying to see it as a good thing that I get to go ukulele shopping and not think of, oh, that was dumb, and not think about the fact that it means I have to replace or just not have certain things anymore, and that makes me very sad. But I love going shopping for music instruments, and the ukulele is kind of a deal, but like I can't not have a ukulele. That's my favorite instrument to play. And it's been genuinely really difficult to not be able to play ukulele for the last 4 months. Kind of wish that I had flown that with me, but I had so many other things that I had to fly with me, so that was not an option. Is that peace lily still alive, Rob? Has it survived? Has it held up for you? It's supposed to be a zero effort kind of plant. But I've killed many a zero effort kind of plant, so. Yay! That's exciting. That makes me happy. I have a couple of little plants. Oh my gosh, my avocado tree is, Sheila, yeah. That plant is so good. If you don't know what a peace lily is, it's just these big, long green, and then it makes a big white flower like this with like a giant hard sternum thingy. Sternum? That's this thing. I don't know. A big thing in the pistil? Is that it? Or a stamen? That's what I was thinking of, not a sternum. Yeah, but when it's dry, it's like, and then you water it and like immediately it's it's pretty great. Rob, my avocado tree looks amazing. I put it into a bigger pot when I got down here, and I put it at my mom's place because I don't get enough direct sunlight here. Or away from trying to, normal person, no creepiness here. Oh, no, that's okay. I'm trying to learn the names of people who are here. I don't always remember, but, yeah, anyway, so I put it in a larger pot, and it had the two branches still growing, and one of them is, like, pretty small, but the other one, like, the leaves of it are as big as my hand. They're massive, and when we had the big giant freeze crazy storm, my mom actually brought that inside of her house. It was on, like, a glassed-in porch that had heaters, but she lost power. And so, like, all of her plants died and froze to death, but she brought the avocado tree inside, so it's still doing great. So I actually it's in a pot that's, like, this big around and, like, that tall, and I have to put it into an even bigger pot soon because it's already kind of outgrown that, which is very exciting to me. I don't know that it will ever produce fruit, but you know what? It's fine. As long as it's a big, happy tree that I grew myself from a $1 avocado that I bought at that little grocery store at 137th Street, I'll be a happy camper. That little avocado tree giving me hope. What else? I don't have any other exciting updates. That's sad. But, you know, it's fine. Been doing the streams. The streams are fun. And I've got other ideas brewing for other streams I can do. I did my first virtual baby shower tech, which went really well. And now I'm trying to figure out how to market that so I can start doing more of those for money, because there's definitely a market for it. I think even like, oh man, even once we're back to in-person events, I think that virtual events like that would be really great, because this particular shower had people from like Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, I think. Like it was all over the place. It was great. I love virtual events. That's, you know, the more people you can get together, the better. Nah, that's not true. I'm an introvert. That sounds terrifying to me. But if you're trying to have a party where you get to see all of your loved ones, why not do it on the internet? So, yeah, trying to work out the marketing game plan, which I think will include a lot of videos on my YouTube channel talking about ways to make virtual events more fun. Which sounds boring, but I'm very excited about it. And I think if you're excited about any subject, you can make it interesting. It's like, what's your favorite subject in school? And my answer was always, whichever one has a good teacher. I don't care. I loved geology in college because I had a geology professor who was just like really smart and he really liked it. And he was a very engaging teacher. You know, that's all it takes. That's not the piece I thought it was. That happens a lot. I don't know. Been on an adventure together. Yep. Even if my plant wife and I can't have children, we'll always have each other. Until the tree dies, and then I'm like, oh, bummer. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Yeah, it's okay. This does happen, you know? Ooh, Rob, any snack foods or like essential items from an Asian grocery store? This was the subject we were discussing earlier today. I just finished this lovely bean snack, a mixed bean snack. I put a picture of it on Instagram. It was delightful. I wouldn't have bought it if I had noticed that it had sardines or, no, anchovies all over it. But it was only in the picture. There were no actual anchovies in the snack mix. And it was very good, so I'm glad that it didn't have anchovies in it. And I didn't see the picture. I got all kinds of other goodies. I got a thing that, well, Kewpie Mayo, of course. I still have, I'm down to the last of what you gave me. It's so funny because I was so excited when I got into, I had like one full suitcase of stuff for my apartment that I flew down with. And I just didn't even open it until I got into my apartment. And I just, when I opened it and I saw that Kewpie Mayo, I was like, ah! I was so happy. Milkus. What, is that like a cream soda? I've heard about cream sodas and I kind of looked at some and then I was like, I don't need more like pure sugar in my system, but I probably should have just gotten some. Calpis. Calpis. I said that and immediately in my head I was like, did I just say Calpis? That's terrible. Calpis. Okay, wait, I'm gonna email myself these because I want to make sure I get them next time. RL. Okay, snack foods. Calpis, Japanese drink, great. And Milkus is a Korean drink. Okay. Yeah, I got one cake type thing that was not my jam. It just wasn't sweet enough. Kind of more of a yogurt-like drink. Okay, I can see that. It might be hit or miss for me, but I will gladly try it. Yeah, the cake-like thing I didn't like. The boba tea cakes, tiny little cakes, those were solid. Chan Pui Mui. That was like the one specific thing that I could remember the actual name of it. And I was like, I want to find this, and I know I'm never going to because there's a billion products there. And then I found it, and I was very excited. So that was, and they're tasty. And they feel like somewhat healthy. Like they're not, but they're made of like actual fruit instead of just being pure sugar. So, oh, whoops, that was bad. Let's see if I can recover from this. Ugh! Oh no! Yeah, this is done pretty much. I don't know how to come back from this. I don't know that you can come back from this. No! Are you kidding me? It's not happening. Oh. Yeah, you have much healthier natural tendencies than I do. I love snacks. I love sweets. I did eat a real meal today. I had a sandwich and some... Ooh, I made some masala veggies. Cabbage and sweet potatoes. And then, like, I've been buying more seasoning and trying to, like, spice things up a bit, dare I say. Cottage cheese. It's a little bit sad, but it's not that bad. I mean, cottage cheese is delicious. You know, there's no... Oh, no, I remember there always being plenty of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is something that I crave, like, once a year, maybe. That I'm suddenly like, I would like cottage cheese. And then it's so good. But because I try to not do dairy, so that's why I tend to not stick it out. Okay, what if we start really high and we go 17 and then see how long I last? And then this is for real gonna be the last one. Oof. Yeah, this looks rough. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Ooh. Oh. This is going infinitely better than I thought it was going to. Not that I think I'm gonna survive this level. I may not. But, you know, it's not a full-blown tragedy yet. Ooh, that was close. Well, tell your brother that I like his poster. It's fun. Wow, I didn't deserve that to go right. Okay, now I feel like I might actually beat this level. That's exciting. Ooh. Maybe spoke too soon. We shall see. Okay. Don't know where to put that. I'm so sleepy. Not gonna last much longer. See, but then this is where it turns into a trap. Because I'm gonna beat this level eventually, and then it's just gonna give me a whole other level. It always ends in a loss. Eventually. Can you beat this game? Is there an end to this game? Or is it just play until you die? Is there a happy ending alternative? Who knows? Good source of protein, yeah. Yeah, I know. Somebody said they got up to level 99 once. I was like, that is not gonna be me. I don't have the commitment for that kind of thing. Really? That's interesting. Huh. Is she good at like puzzles and visual challenges? I could see that. I mean, you know, if your brother ends up being an artist, maybe there's like a, you know, like it's like, ooh, it's in the household. You get raised around people who are good with visual things. I don't know. Nature versus nurture, right? Maybe. I don't think... My sister was the only other one who ever played video games, and I don't remember her being particularly crazy about Tetris. I feel like she was better at Mario Brothers, and I just didn't... I could only get to the same level of Mario Brothers every time, and then I would be tired of playing, and then the next time I would go to pick it up again, I'd have to start over at the beginning. And it was just this vicious cycle of like, oh, I made it to here, but now I'm bored, so I'm gonna stop. You never get me anywhere with that. Your mom sounds like me. I don't like to play a lot of games, but I like a couple of games very much, and that's good enough for me. Alright, let's see if level 18 ends this for me quickly. Ooh, hello. Maroon and blue. Okay, maroon and blue, maroon and yellow. Ooh. Don't know what to do with that. Ah, yeah, that's not gonna be a survivable thing. I give up. Alright, well, it's been fun, everybody. If you're not following me, click the little follow button. That's free. You can also subscribe, which is not free, and I don't fully understand what it means to subscribe to somebody, but you're encouraged to do so if you know what that means and that means anything to you. Thursday, there's the graphic that comes up after this will have the details. I'm inviting a filmmaker, writer friend on, and we are going to watch the movie, but I'm a cheerleader together. You'll open up the movie. You can watch it for free on YouTube, so you'll have this open to hear us talking about the movie and talking about filmmaking and our own things and whatever. It'll be kind of podcast style, but it will be like an accompaniment piece to have the movie also open playing simultaneously. We're gonna try it, see what happens. I might reach out to the director of But I'm a Cheerleader and see if her people will even pass on an email saying, hey, want to join us? I'm not holding my breath, but why not try? You never know. And then hopefully that'll turn into a regular series and I can bring on filmmakers and people and help us all find fun, interesting, preferably smaller, more indie movies. Maybe not indie movies. Maybe we'll watch Titanic. Who the hell knows? But this Thursday, it's going to be But I'm a Cheerleader, which is a funny movie from 1999 starring Natasha Lyonne and Clea Duvall. RuPaul is in it. And it's like a high school cheerleader whose family and friends all figure out she's gay before she figures it out, and they send her to a conversion camp. And so it's the story that takes place at the conversion camp where she learns that she is in fact a lesbian, and now she's surrounded by other lesbians. So yeah, it's good times. It's very campy and fun and just a delightful romp. Is that a way to say that? Why not? A romper you wear a romper in which to romp? Seems like a thing. I don't know. Yeah, so that's going to be Thursday at 6 p.m. Central is when we will start, but you're welcome to drop in anytime. I think that just listening to what we talk about will probably stand on its own without the movie, but there will be times where we talk about what's happening in the movie where we'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, and that's okay. And then we'll come back to something else. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you all for joining me. Have a safe and healthy week. If you move, don't book with movingwithfalcon.com. They're a train wreck and a disaster, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say about them. Okay. Bye, Rob. Bye, Noah. Bye, the exact same, and whoever else is still here. I could open it up and find out who my lurkers are and shout them out, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, I see some names that usually comment who have not commented. Nikki, I don't know if you're still here, but good night to you also, if you are still here. All right, I'll see you all on Thursday. Woo!